Hi, this is Christelle Martinette, and I'll be starting my reading in just a few minutes. Before the reading, I wanted to say a couple of things, because I get asked, and I'm sure that you're thinking, why do I put out a sex, love, and rock and roll reading for every month? What's the difference between that and my regular zodiac reading, astrology reading, for the different astrological signs? It's not an astrological reading, it's for the zodiac signs. What is the difference? Well, as a child, my mother was a seamstress, and she always told me, you know, if you have to go to bed, you put a pajamas on. When you wake up, you wear a robe. When you go swimming, you wear a bathing suit. When there's a moment, there's a role for every moment, and there are clothes for every moment. And there's language, from my studies have taught me that there's language for certain things, and you need to use the proper words to name certain things. Regular readings don't go into the topic of sex. They do at a different level, and they don't always speak of love, and they surely don't speak of our shadow sides all of the time. And plus, I do these readings with using a certain language and a certain the attire to get in the mood, just like my meditation. So this is just a preamble to let you know why there are two different readings, and I hope you enjoy them both. I'll be with you in a second with the reading. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Christelle Martinette, and I am all decked out for Halloween, so I'm here reading with you. I do hope that you're in the spirit, and I prefaced this video with just a couple of words saying why I do another spread. I have here with me the Casanova tarot deck, and let's see if the Casanova deck will be true to its fame and give us some messages that we could take to the boudoir with us to understand what is going on in the dynamics of our sex life and rock and roll life and love life. Okay, I'm going to put out a 7-card spread. Sort of like in the size of a rainbow. Oh, I'm sorry. Welcome air signs, welcome Gemini, welcome Libra, welcome Aquarius. This is for my air signs. Now, you're very, very lucky, air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Let me show you the cards. All right, we have the 10 of Wands. You could see the wands back there. Oh, sorry. Let me see if I could... Hang on just a second. There you go. There you go. Let's see if I could get some more light for you. This is the 10 of Wands, and you can see a crap table there, and there are people betting. There's one man betting, and there are women and men around, almost all of them with masks. And what you'll find is that the meanings here are quite different from the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, and the 10 of Wands usually talks of a burden, and if we have to see a burden here, it's a burden of risk and the burden of other people watching, and how your attitude changes with respect to how you take risks when other people are watching. Right here, my air signs is the 3 of Cups, and the 3 of Cups here is a very joyful moment with a couple in bed, and they are both without masks, alas, and finally the moment has come for them to face each other openly, bared souls and bared breasts, bared bodies. Then what do we have here? So that's the second card. Then we have the third card here, which is the Six of Wands. Now, the Six of Wands usually speaks to victory in other tarot decks. But what do we have here? We have a moment of ecstasy, and this is fine. The men in this deck, as I've always said, are usually clothed, and the women are not. But this definitely is a moment of rejoice and victory for both of the parties involved. So what do we have? We have risk-taking. We have an initial rejoice, finally bearing our souls and our bodies, being face to face, and then that six, right? That Six of Wands, which makes it a very victorious moment. Now what do we have? This is the Magician. Take a look at that. The Magician sees us watching, onlookers, as two people, a woman and a man, both having their eyes closed, and the Magician is behind the woman, doing his magic. And the woman is almost as if she's under a spell. All right, now this is the focus card. And for me, air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, for me, this tells us that you're in a very good place the month of November. Now, I'll be taking some Vera Sibilla on this. However, let me continue and let me show you what we have here. We have the Ace of Wands, right? A very active card, a very phallic card, a very important card for sexual pleasure, for seeking out what we want. Then coming down, we have this card, which is another major arcana, and it's the Strength card. It's depicting a man who's picking up a woman and bringing her to bed by the sheer strength of his arms and his body. Now, again, the man is clothed, the woman is bare-breasted, and this is a show of male virility. And coming after the Ace of Wands, I assure you that there will be so much energy in this sense the month of November, and my guess is about the third month of November. Around the third month of November, third week of November, there will be a Scorpio full moon. All right, remember that. Then we have here, we have the Two of Pentacles. Now look at this card, what a frolicking card, the Two of Pentacles. It's sort of like a swingers scene where there are three different couples. And what does this talk about? This talks about switching and the amount of risk involved with watching your mate or your companion in the arms of another person, and considering what it could do to you. Would it enhance your mojo, as my friend usually say? Would it enhance your enticement, your rapture, your energy, to your virility? Would that entice? Would it enhance it? Or would it completely throw you to the dogs? All right, and there's another side on this. The Two of Pentacles is also telling us that there's a spiritual side. There is really no need. We don't see switching taking place. What we do see are three couples, individual couples, getting, their gumption up, yet enjoying themselves, but individually. So let's say at face value, we don't know if this is occurring, and it may be occurring in our minds. And there's nothing at all, there's nothing wrong with enjoying our fantasies and sharing them, both verbally and more than verbally with our companions. Now, what we have is the risk, this risk card, and the Two of Pentacles mirroring each other. So this is very prominent energy this month. This is an energy that will be coming up. These talks, you're going to be talking about changing bringing a little bit more into the bedroom. What should we? Could we? How much can you take? Would you like to try it? What about if? All right? This will be something that will be coming up again. Then However, remember that we have both the Strength card and the Three of Cups, where there's a moment of rejoicing, a moment of strength. And so what is happening here is that you're being called upon to weigh the balance and the delicate nature of trying to entice and excite your companion, but at the same time not ruin the moment for both of you. Okay. Now then we have this joyous and victorious Six of Wands that's mirroring the Ace of Wands. Now, this is telling us that whatever you think and whatever you imagine can be carried out successfully this month of November. Don't just think of it. Do it. Propose it. Because you have magic at your fingertips. But let me take the little Sibilla here and see, there's one beautiful card after another here. And there is that risk of the Ten of Wands, that burden of risk. But what is it? It's a risk at the table. It's almost a planned risk. And it's mirroring the delicate Two of Pentacles, where there are openings, there are gateways, there are portalways to other human beings that watch you and that can interact with you, and that is part of the risk. All right, let's take a look at that Ten of Wands. Let's take a look and see how. Okay, all right, it's giving us a little warning. Right, it's giving us a little warning. It's telling us that you need to communicate with your partner. You need to communicate with them, and you need to not communicate everything to them. You need to give them some form of a little opening. Tell them, suggest, perhaps not directly, but you may want to throw a few hints, because what we see here again, there's the risk of having your relationship go awry. Now, if this other type of activity, if this switching couples, if this swinging situation is so important to you, and it's even more important than your companion, then just go for it straight on. But if you really enjoy your companionship, tread very, 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 very lightly. You know, pictures are worth really 1,000 words. There is really a lot to be said about visualization techniques and lying in bed and telling each other stories and imagining. It's probably even better. I keep telling everybody tango is even better than swingers clubs. Watching your woman being invited by another man is just really interesting, and vice versa. I'm going to take now the Vera Sibilla on this Two of Pentacles. Well, yeah. It's interesting, this trio is quite interesting. It is the stanza, the place where communication comes out. So that's both three cards, both spreads now, the Three Sibilla and the Three Sibilla, talk about communication, and this on an intimate level. It's as if it's a segue to the first three cards. You get a consolation prize if you can communicate properly in the bedroom. Now, what is this safe doing here, this 19th century safe? What is it telling us? All right, see if you could follow me. Many of you, of course, have companions and you are married, institutionalized. This stands and this talks to institutionalized relationship. An institutionalized relationship means that you have been living together so long, your companionship is so strong, years and years, and that also has become an institution. Right? This is telling us what you're willing to invest and save for a rainy day in order for the communication to maintain its intimacy without going overboard and throwing the baby out with the bathwater. I don't think I said that right in the right place, but anyway. This consolation prize is telling us that the visualization techniques. The visualization techniques. When you're in bed and you can paint a picture for your imagined, for your companion, and imagine their intimate patterns and thought patterns and how you can excite them, is so rewarding when you'll be able to bring them to heights of ecstasy. All right, so yes, for the visualization techniques, be very careful with those swingers' eye, the idea of opening yourself to things like that. You need to tread lightly with that. I'm going to take the Vera Sibilla again on this, the Three of Cups. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Well, I'm going to be speaking to a number of you, but not all of you when I bring in this idea of a vacation, a trip. There are a good number of you who are away for work or away for travel, and being the month of November, typically it's a month where you would be working, perhaps, I don't know. But let's say that a lot of us try to wed business with pleasure. Okay, so that we can, I can aim my talk to a wide array of people, wide range of people. But let's say that you are away from your home base, all right? Now, what happens after you have reached this first stage of emotional stability with a companion? Contact has been made, you seem to be opening channels again, there seems to be a good moment, right? It's a propitious moment to continue, all right? What happens now? Perhaps one of you, I don't believe it's both of you because of the jealousy card here, one of you needs to be absent for a period of time. And that green-eyed monster sets in, inevitably. It's human nature, all right? We all do have a green eye, all right? Now, again, these cards are counseling us to beware of negative changes, that oftentimes those games of visualization and audio, the cams, don't always work for everybody, and they don't always help the couple, all right? So you may want to look for other techniques to be close. If you're not the type of person who feels comfortable in a cam and you can exchange glances, if you're not, the visualization works differently. You can write and you can paint pictures with words. And words are so erotic if they're pondered properly and if they're mixed and create a blend of bosomy beauty and bountiful pizzazz. Let me put it that way. So let's say that the cards are telling me that visualization technique is something that you may want to develop this month. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. The more riskier of you may want to go where others do not, but ponder that before you go. And of course, we have this magician, which, as you can see, almost looks like a man of the clergy. And I have to say one thing, these cards were crafted based on a culture, the Venetian culture, and a period of history where it was very, it's always a no-no to mix the clergy with, at least in the Roman Catholic Church, but isn't it so sensual to think of something that's forbidden? All right, now, it's magical, actually, to be able to conjure up images, and I'm going back to the visualization, images that can feed your fantasy and the persons around you. So I'm going to leave it at that, ladies and gentlemen, and leave you with that visualization technique. Namaste, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me, my Gemini friends, and my Libra friends, and my Aquarius friends. I hope this has given you some kind of insight and some ideas of how to get it up on and get it on in the month of November. Bye-bye, my friends.